Sometimes I think we got to ask ourselves that question: do we want to stay on the shallow side of life or move to the deep end of life in which God becomes our only lifeguard?
Willing to be yourself in the sight of people, no matter what people think. I think that's what it's all about. Yo, welcome back to another video, man. You already know it's your boy Tez. We back with another one. Beautiful day, blessed day. And I gotta talk to y'all about something. So make sure y'all smash that like button. You like, comment, subscribe, do whatever it takes, because guess what? We going up, and we only going up from here. So we're gonna talk about a simple formula for winning in life. And I'm gonna also throw some pointers in there for all the people that watch me, you know, the trucking owner-operators and people like that that's interested in that. So check this out. One of the simple formulas for winning in life is always being willing to stay versatile and be willing to adapt to change. Now, what does this mean? This means that in life, you're not gonna stay in the same place. You gotta be willing to grow. You gotta be willing to outgrow who you once thought you were. In order for me to make, you know, more money than I ever made last year, I gotta be willing to learn more than what I ever learned last year. I hope that makes sense. So that's just one of the formulas for winning in life. But now let's translate this to trucking. In trucking, a lot of the individuals that grow their companies, that, you know, scale their companies to a high level and don't stay stagnant and lose more money than they gain, they're the individuals that's willing to be more humble and not only get that money, but take that money and allow that money to help them get more knowledge so they can meet more people, be more humble, and be better. Now, me sitting on the other side of trucking, seeing individuals go from 2 trucks to 60 trucks, you know, just hearing about word of mouth, it's because of a simple formula that they're willing to do. You know, one of the main things is that they're not willing to be greedy. Because remember something, one truck can make $500,000, but that's only one truck, one person running under one time frame. But 2 trucks can make how much? 2 times $500,000. So just think about that formula. And one thing is not being selfish in life. The more that you're selfish, it's so crazy how the formula works, because the more you give, the more you end up receiving. I know that sounds crazy, but when you think about it, that's really how this formula works. So those 2 simple formulas right there. Now let's jump back to a simple life formula. A simple life formula is always learning how to maximize your time. Now that's something that even when I was in trucking, I had to understand and realize very quick, because obviously you're running under a time frame. But let's just relate that to life. So we back at it. So we gonna flip-flop this one this time. For the second one is, in trucking, I would say, what's the simple formula to win in this? Is to learn how to maximize the dollar bill in less time, more efficient. Now this is something that I had learned from going from over the road to local, or from over the road to regional to local, was the simple fact that if I can make the same dollar running local that I can do over the road, why do I need to go over the road? I know there's a misconception of you get to see the lifestyle, see the road, but actually that's not true. So if I can make $1,000 a day local versus $1,000 a day over the road, I would take the local route, because I can go take the rest of my time and do something else. This is what a lot of companies, a lot of people in trucking understand once they start to scale and grow their business, especially from where I'm seeing from a different standpoint, is how can I run something dedicated, efficient, that a driver would like, be consistent with, and be willing to put his head down and grind with in the same amount of time than going all over the globe trying to find that same dollar bill, when you understand that in different types of the market, going from this state to that state, the rates are different. So that's something that I learned how to maximize real quick, and it became a winning formula for me in trucking. And I think anybody that want to jump in the game should understand that, you know, even if it's not right now, but in the future. Now let's translate this into another simple formula for winning in life, and I will have to say that would be, so I would call this, I would say, learning the principles of God. You know, I know a lot of people, everybody in this world believing in different things, but I would say certain principles in life don't change, no matter if the season change, the time change. Certain principles are principles, and that's what we should be established on. And in different times, we should learn how to utilize this so that we could win in life. Now, winning in life looks different for everybody, so the principles of life are the same for everybody, but how you utilize them allows what you call winning to be maximized in your life. And I think that's very key, because certain principles allow you to be established, allow your mindset to be established, allow you to not go against certain morals or values that you will need to win. So I think that's very, very, very key. Now we're gonna jump into the last one, and I want us to just take a moment and think about this. So last but not least, I would say something that I apply in my life and that I'm still learning is one thing: learning how to consistently be a problem solver. Now look, I learned something about trucking. In trucking, I'm gonna relate this. When I left college basketball, I jumped into trucking. The thing about it was trucking in 2020 became one of the biggest problems to solve because they called it a driver shortage. So you getting your CDL made you automatically valuable. So let's think about that and let's translate that to life. Now look, in life, you got to understand how to find areas where you can be most valuable and you can serve other people, because this is how most people win in life. I don't care if you make millions, billions, trillions, a couple hundred thousands, you're just another problem solver. Now, you being able to solve a problem don't mean that you are, the end all be all. And I think this is where a lot of truckers think in trucking, I'm supposed to get $7,500 for this load because I got the truck. But let's think about it. If the customer don't got freight in the area that you in, will you make any money? Truckers are only valuable because they're distributing freight. If there's no freight to distribute, that's why you have slow seasons and high seasons, because where there's no freight to be shipped out in many places, truckers can't make a lot of money because guess what? You don't have a bigger problem to solve. So just because you're the one solving the problem don't mean you're end all be all. The main individual is the customer that is giving you the problem to solve. And that's something that I think a lot of us can understand, especially those that's getting in the trucking business, because this is a business. Just like customer service, just like any other company, it's all about solving the problem. This is why if you understand in many business systems, you look at certain businesses and why more can make money or more can be efficient, because more are a better service to the customer. And to wrap this up, I would say understanding that greed can destroy us, because not in all seasons will you be the solution to somebody's problem. Not in every season will you be the problem to somebody else's solution. So I want us to think about this, and I want us to understand that greed don't take you nowhere. And, in the beginning stages, you may not make nothing, but the thing is, it's always being willing to serve others. And that's the simplest formula you're going to get for winning in life and winning in trucking, because obviously I won in trucking. Not too many people showed me, but I went out there and I just applied certain principles that I told y'all that I got, and it worked. So if I can help in any way, if anybody that's gonna watch this, whether young, old, or anything, and any feedback that can help when you comment on this video, this is a simple formula for winning in life and in trucking that I'm applying. And it's not always, winning isn't always defined by monetary value, but by many, many, many different intangible things. So to wrap this video up, I'm gonna say this. Think about these, because hey, it's more to accomplish. Stay blessed, man. We out of here. Find who you are, live in spirit, and find peace.
Our lives are meant to be legacies for somebody else, for generations to come. And we got to continue to walk after that and do things that are courageous.